Welcome to the Self-Coached Runner. I believe that self-coaching can be a rewarding and successful process for just about any runner. But there are a couple things to consider before taking it on. So let's jump into those things right now. Before we dive into those considerations, I thought I should take this time to introduce myself. My name is Dan Button, and I have been running for a little over a decade now. I didn't start till I was in my 20s, and I've had some experiences with some great coaches, some experience coaching other folks, and for the past 5 years have been on this journey of self-coaching, where I have probably learned the most about myself and the most about running as I have in any period since I was first introduced to the sport. Some of the things that I've been fortunate enough to do since I started coaching myself 4 or 5 years ago is finishing in the top 20 at a US championship 6 times now, with 3 of those being in the top 10, and twice now have been incredibly fortunate to represent the United States internationally in trail running. So that's kind of the little background on why I feel so strongly about passing on the benefits, the fun, and the process of coaching yourself. Now, let's dive into those considerations. Consideration number 1, your motivation for training. This is a big one. Are you internally motivated? And what I mean is, do you want to just go out and run every day, no matter what? Are you maybe more externally motivated? Do you really like getting those runs in with friends? Is a hard workout something that really goes a lot better when you have someone to carry you through? Or is it something that you're holding yourself back from doing too many days in a row? That's the first consideration. Both types of personalities, I think, can coach themselves to great success, but it's something you really need to consider before setting up how you're going to do it to get the most out of it. So that's consideration number 1. Consideration number 2. It's really hard to set up a structured training without any goal. But that doesn't mean your goal has to be, outcome based. So you can self-coach yourself with some process goals, i.e. get faster, run longer, take less walk breaks. Any of those goals based on the process of training itself, or based on, general fitness. Or you can coach yourself with an outcome-based external goal in mind, i.e., run X time at a marathon, or qualify for X, finish in such and such position. Not that I'd recommend running for places as your training motivation, but just examples of more outcome, external types of goals. Either option works, I think, for self-coaching, but goals are very important when you're coaching anyone, especially yourself. So that's consideration 2. Consideration 3, what kind of support system do you have in place? Successful self-coaching is far from a solo endeavor, and the right folks in your corner can really make or break how your self-coaching experiment goes. So, what kind of support system do you have? What do I mean by that? I mean, do you have a local club you can get in your speed workout days, like Tree City Track Club here in Boise? Do you have even just a couple buddies a couple friends that can help you? It makes a huge difference when you have other folks pulling you through, especially on workout days and long runs, but really anytime you're pushing the pace or the distance. So I would highly recommend, if you don't have one currently, looking around at what's in your area, what's available, and finding yourself a good group to join. these people can also be super valuable peers when it comes to bouncing off, you know, workout ideas, training plans, those kind of things. You know, almost like your peer coaches, right? So super helpful. I would also say other support systems you can rely on. There's plenty of resources online. I think the 5,000th running and trail focused podcast launched today. No, I'm just kidding. But there are some really good resources out there. So, you know, up on the internet, stay away from the comment sections, always. But, you know, just do some digging, do some searching. Everything I know about coaching or training, I learned from smarter, better people. So, you know, do that whenever you can. And coach others. That's another great way to help. You know, maybe not in a formal setting, but don't be afraid to, you know, pitch in and talk training with other friends and other peers. And you'll learn as they learn. So just a couple tips and a couple ideas, but you know, think about the support system you have. All right, so those are some of the top things that I consider before starting self-coaching myself. Things that I know some other folks have gone through as well. Like I said, it's just think about your process, think about your results, your goals, and think about what motivates you. You even jot some of this stuff down on a piece of paper or on a Word doc and just kind of think it over. Think about how you want to structure your own training, because every person's different. And I think, honestly, that's one of the coolest things about self-coaching, right? You can dial it in and change it. I mean, I know I've been a completely different coach of myself now, you know, than I was when I started 5 or 6 years ago. So, you know, think about those things. Think about who you are as a person. Think about how you can best coach yourself. And good luck with it. Next step is putting the actual coaching plan together. So if you got to this point and you're ready to kind of think about the how-to on the actual coaching, I got some recommendations for you. So click on the video that's about to pop up right now on the end of this. And best of luck. Leave some comments, leave some questions, and hopefully we can all help each other get better in this self-coaching journey, and we can become better runners together.